Guess what? I have got new data of the project and about the project in Northeast Siberia. I have photos of Yuri with his wife, Svetlana, partner and wife. They're both archaeologists, and they worked on this 1965 to 2020. Now, here are some excavations, the layers, you can see there, and a trench, a very long trench that they were digging and leaving open. And now the real big news is there's an international team out there working on different things with glaciers and so on. And they have decided to do a new dating of the stone tools. It's a cosmogenic dating method, which is new. There are very few laboratories in the world that can actually do it, and they are now doing it. Here is the document that I found when I was digging for more data and so on and so forth, and it is the Age of Deering-Yuriakh can be announced in a year. Now this document was actually written in 21 by a journalist, and so announced in a year is not yet announced, but I'm in communication with some of the people who are running the project, and they say it will probably be done this year. We shall see. Anyway, I'm very, very excited about having found this, because it means there is life in this project. It didn't die of being dismissed. Here is some of the data, and that is in Yakutia, field work has been completed in Deering-Yuriakh as part of a large international project to study the ancient glaciers in eastern Siberia. And the Russian project curator, Rejep Kurbanov, he's the head of the Pleistocene Geochronology Laboratory at Moscow State University. And he said the research covers not only the Lena River, but also the Kolyma, Yana, Indika, etc. Their goal is to draw up a diagram of glaciations in eastern Siberia in the early Pleistocene, and to study the possibility of migration of people from eastern Eurasia towards North America. Now, they decided that they would do the dating of the stone tools also. And Kurbanov, he says, a large group of leading scientists decided to study the history of glaciation of eastern Siberia, the history of the Lena River in a broad context, because this topic still remains unexplored. So as part of this project, they say, we could not ignore the early Paleolithic monument of Deering-Yuriakh. Now, a monument is not just, like a statue, but it is something monumental. So, the question of whether people could live here in a problematic climate is important for understanding the overall picture. And the solution of paleographic and geological problems will allow us to understand in many respects the possibility of human existence in Yakutia. This is the not so interesting, maybe it doesn't look very sexy, part of the world. A part of the work they were sorting out stones. Yeah, here is the international team. This is in 2019 when they started the international project. And then we have the trench again. About this trench, it says a general view of the geological trench, which has been preserved since the time of large-scale archaeological excavations by Yuri Mochanov. You remember in the previous videos I said he covered an area in northeastern Siberia of 5 million square kilometers, which is 12 times the size of France. Quite large. And it is the area of the whole of Yakutia, or the Sak Republic, as they also call it, and Chukotka, and all the way up to the Bering Strait. Here is another thing that one of them says. Deering-Yuriakh is very important for understanding human evolution and its development in Eurasia, since it's apparently the earliest and most northern on the continent. And the first problem that we want to understand in connection with our project, which is the glaciers, at what time did people live here? Was it cold conditions, or as it is now, or, in the cold period? They found stones dating back 4.2 million up to, all the way to 10,000 years ago. So was it cold condition or relatively warm time? Because the warm time 4.2 million years ago was in the Pleistocene, which is from 5.3 million to 2.6 million. And it was warm then. It was actually 10 degrees warmer than it is today. So the summers were like maybe 35, 40 degrees could be. There was a very hot in the middle of this 5.3 to 2.6 million. There was a very warm period at 3.5. And 10 degrees more than today could be 35, 40 degrees, Celsius in the summer. In the winter, it would go down to maybe 0 to maybe minus 14, something like that. Okay, so in warm time, the uniqueness of Deering-Yuriakh is also in the fact that it's directly related to the evolution of the Lena River, which of course is, for the geologists very important. And from the point of view of geology, it's a very difficult object to study. And that is why absolute dating, which is precise dating methods, will play such an important role. Now, about the cosmogenic method, which I was actually mentioning in the intro, it's a relatively new method in geology, only about 30 years. The essence of the method is in the study of cosmic radiation which is formed as a result of supernova explosions and then enters the Earth's atmosphere. Reacting with atmospheric gases, it then acts on the surface of rocks and forms cosmogenic radionuclides which accumulate in minerals. And then there's a certain way they can determine when this happened and when it stopped and so on, and that is where they can actually decide the dates of the stone tools. So this is Yuri and Svetlana. It's just a really beautiful picture. The human touch. And there's another one. This one, see the background here. This one, they stand on a hill and there's some kind of road here. And then this is the Lena River and the other side. So there you go. There's the partners in partners in crime and the married couple that have the same interest. That's wonderful. Yuri Mochanov, showing, talking, communicating to others. He must have been at a meeting or something with his suit, because I don't think he was wearing a suit a lot of the time, but that is just my thing. I am so happy that there is an international team that think that this project is very, very important. It shows me that even all the names that were mentioned and so on, there are many people in the archaeology, geology, etc., internationally, who think this project is very, very important. And that makes me very happy, because to be very honest, I was very disappointed that people like A.P. Derevianko, that I admire for all the work he has been doing, that he, of all people, being also the head of the Institute for Archaeology in Novosibirsk for all of Siberia, that he was just dismissing this project as nonsense. He didn't want to hear about it. I was really disappointed. From the first day I heard about it or read about it, which is now more than a month ago, I've been studying, digging to find more data. And then when I found that this project is still going on, people think it is very important to know exactly when the people who made the stone tools actually lived there, how they lived, what we can learn about it, learn from it. I'm just like so relieved, and I'm a happy camper now. They are the specialists on all this, not me. I'm just reading what they're doing, digging, finding this and that. I'm so relieved that there are so many people who think it's important. And they, as the specialists they are, will take care of it. We will find the truth. And that is that. I'm just very, very happy. So on that note, and really to honor these two people who started it and kept on going for 55 years, whether people thought it was right, wrong, whatever. Really, honestly, on this note, I will finish this video. Bye-bye.